Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jennifer and Jack are relieved when Chad returns home to the Horton residence on today's episode of Days of Our Lives. He claims that JJ is taking Gabby home. He tells them everything that transpired, including Clyde's coma and the lack of information on Abigail's remains. Even though they might never find out what happened to her, they take in the news. They reassure Chad that neither he nor Abigail were let down. Jennifer informs him that Abigail is with all of their loved ones, including her parents, grandparents, and Doug. Alice's time capsule is taken by her. It was intended to uphold the love heritage of the family. Jennifer thinks the reason it was opened was to bring back memories of Abigail. Jennifer sits with the time capsule as Jack and Chad are around. They begin collecting items, such as a picture of the family drawn by Thomas and Charlotte, a lock of Abigail's hair from her first haircut, and her first article for the newspaper. Jack texts JJ to inform him of the situation while Chad adds his wedding band. After thanking Gabby for everything she has done to support him, JJ leaves him off at home. He owes her a great deal. What were you thinking of? She's a hero, but he's not sure. Gabby notes that she wasn't benevolent and that she will always want to hold Clyde accountable for abusing her. Although Gabby is relieved to have been shot, he quickly retracts his statement and apologizes as it means he will not be able to retrieve Abigail's remains. He understands when he urges her to stop apologizing. Gabby says she understands when he talks about how much this hinders their ability to move on and accept her absence. At least she can visit her sister's grave even though she lost her. He finds it impossible to tell his parents they failed when he returns home. Gabby places her hands on JJ's chest and gazes into his eyes. When they part ways, JJ informs Gabby that he is considering staying in Salem for a bit rather than returning to Johannesburg. He must remain with his family. Claire may handle the business there. JJ departs after they decide to get supper or a drink sometime. Kat is speaking with her mother's attorney over the phone out on the square. Aaron slinks over, still feeling uncomfortable about her being his sister and appearing quite different, and she hangs up. She gives him a hug and tells him it's true. When he inquires about the attorney she retained, Kat responds that she is excellent, but their mother will face a difficult situation. He says it wasn't her fault. Aaron states they must release her, just as they must release Mark. Although self-defense won't work, perhaps the brainwashing argument will help her get off. It would in Salem, to be fair. However, Vancouver, all they can do is wish for another miracle. Repairing the mental harm Clyde caused over the years will be a difficult and drawn-out process. Fortunately, she is still alive and no longer with him. Aaron is met by Kat in Horton Square. Then Felicity, who has been staying with her friend's mother, arrives. Kat is introduced to the woman by Aaron and departs. When Kat confirms that she is her sister, Felicity questions whether she is, but she hesitates. You don't resemble Kat. Big Sister pulls up a chair and goes over everything that happened, including the plastic surgery and the accident. With the whole Abigail thing, she was merely acting. Felicity's eyes brighten as they remember the moment she chopped off Barbie's hair and attempted to place the blame on Aaron. You're my sister. As she takes in her sibling, Kat sobs. When Felicity inquires about their mother, Aaron recommends that they still visit her even if Kat responds that she is unable to see them. EJ sings happily as he enters the SPD interrogation room to discuss his future with Dr. Green, or what's left of it, anyway. If you know what's good for you, he says, handing him a plea bargain, instructing him to sign it right away. EJ gladly guides him through entering a guilty plea in order to receive a lighter sentence. Instead of 25 years in prison, he will only receive 10. EJ claims that he is getting away with trying to kill his brother, which Mark finds unbelievable. Mark's Clyde made me do it sob story is dismissed by him. Attempting to murder a DiMera and betraying his family won't get him away with it. Demanding that Mark sign the contract, he bangs on the table. He is the legal guardian of his sibling. How about them? As Mark goes for the pen, Belle interrupts and tells him not to sign the paper, even though EJ assures him he has no other option. She refuses to allow EJ to pressure her client into accepting a subpar offer. Almost instantly, they get to work, leaving Mark perplexed as to Belle's identity. Belle and EJ from Days both give Mark a startled off-screen look. EJ is perplexed, believing she is still employed by Demera in Hong Kong, but she reassures him that she is merely a consultant and not a real employee. Additionally, she is free to accept any case she damn well desires. It was Tate who asked her to assist Mark. EJ responds by pointing out that Clyde coerced him. Then she claims that he lacks the jurisdiction to try an international case because the alleged crime took place in Paris. When EJ says that his brother, an American citizen, was the victim of the crime, Belle rolls her eyes. He cannot settle personal scores in the DA's office. The two abruptly realize he's there and turn to Mark when he says he never meant to injure anyone. Belle tells him to shut up and let her handle things. All right. Belle argues that this town doesn't accept EJ's attempt to use DNA tampering as an excuse for the crime. Everyone, including your ex-wife and my sister, has done it and gotten away with it. She responds with time served, community service, and no extradition when he tries to argue for extradition. Everything is negotiable, as you and I both know. Days in Horton Square, the four Greens embrace each other. In the latter moments of the show, EJ congratulates Belle after Mark leaves. Dr. Green is fortunate to have her, but he will completely prosecute him if he doesn't follow the terms of the agreement. She tells him it's Ms. Black when EJ calls her Mrs. Brady. She is divorced from Sean. EJ appears serious as she waltzes out. The Greens are thrilled about a family road trip to visit their mother out in the square. As Mark approaches with the news that Aaron has set him free, they embrace. He merely needs to serve 18 months while on bond. Aaron is shocked, but things could have gone worse. Before he needs to turn himself in, he has time. Gabby remembers waking up close to JJ at home. The rest of the family is outside getting ready to bury the new Abigail capsule when he arrives. Like Chad, Jack and Jennifer assure him that he has nothing to regret. A Halloween picture from their childhood is added by JJ as a remembrance, and they bury the capsule in Abigail's grave. While JJ decorates the grave with flowers, Jack and Jen insist that Chad bury him. Although self-defense won't work, perhaps the brainwashing argument will help her get off. It would in Salem, to be fair. However, Vancouver, all they can do is wish for another miracle. Repairing the mental harm Clyde caused over the years will be a difficult and drawn-out process. Fortunately, she is still alive and no longer with him. Aaron is met by Days' cat in Horton Square. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.